After decades of whispers, speculation, and scandal, King Charles has finally broken his silence about the woman who changed his life forever. At 75, the king has decided it's time to address the truth about Queen Camilla. What has Charles St. Petersburg been hiding all these years, and why has he chosen now to reveal it? The revelations may shock even the most devoted royal watchers. Stay tuned as we dive into this long-awaited confession. For years, the relationship between King Charles and Queen Camilla has been the subject of endless fascination and controversy. Their love story, once mired in scandal, has since evolved into a tale of resilience and redemption. But while the public has speculated endlessly about their bond, Charles himself has remained tight-lipped, until now. In a recent rare moment of vulnerability, King Charles shared deeply personal insights about his relationship with Camilla. According to palace insiders, this is the first time the monarch has openly addressed the complexities of their journey, a journey that has spanned over 5 decades and weathered extraordinary challenges. Let's take a step back to understand the context. Charles and Camilla first met in the early 1970s, and by all accounts, it was love at first sight. However, societal expectations and royal duty stood in the way of their romance. Camilla's lack of aristocratic lineage and the royal family's strict expectations led to Charles marrying Diana Spencer in 1981. What followed was a highly publicized marriage that was anything but harmonious. Behind the scenes, Charles and Camilla's connection endured, even as the prince's marriage to Diana crumbled. Their relationship was thrust into the spotlight in the early 1990s, with leaked phone conversations and tabloid scandals painting them as the villains of the story. Public opinion was unforgiving, particularly toward Camilla, who was often portrayed as the other woman responsible for Diana's suffering. Fast forward to today, and the narrative has shifted dramatically. Camilla is no longer the pariah she once was. As queen consort, she has proven herself to be a steadfast partner to Charles, supporting him through thick and thin. But what exactly did Charles have to say about this transformation, and why now? In a candid statement, Charles described Camilla as his pillar of strength, someone who has stood by him in his darkest hours. He acknowledged the immense sacrifices she's made over the years, often enduring public criticism and personal hardship to remain by his side. Camilla has shown me what true loyalty and love look like, he reportedly said, his voice tinged with emotion. But Charles didn't stop there. He also addressed the lingering criticism of their relationship head on. According to insiders, Charles admitted that their journey was far from perfect and that mistakes were made along the way. "We're not here to rewrite history," he said, "but what we can do is learn from it and move forward with honesty and compassion." This level of openness is unprecedented for Charles, who has traditionally been reserved when it comes to discussing his personal life. Many believe that his decision to speak out is a strategic move aimed at securing Camilla's legacy within the monarchy. As king, Charles is acutely aware of the need to unite a modern, often divided public. By humanizing his relationship with Camilla, he may be hoping to foster greater understanding and acceptance among his subjects. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that Charles' comments are too little, too late. For years, Diana's supporters have held firm in their belief that she was wronged by both Charles and Camilla. While time has softened some of the public's animosity, there remains a vocal segment that views their relationship through a lens of betrayal. But it's worth noting that Camilla's role within the royal family has evolved significantly. As queen consort, she has taken on a host of charitable responsibilities, championing causes ranging from literacy to domestic violence awareness. Her dedication and hard work have earned her the respect of many who once doubted her place within the royal hierarchy. Charles's decision to publicly champion Camilla comes at a critical moment. As the monarchy navigates an era of unprecedented change, the king's ability to unite and inspire confidence is more important than ever. By sharing his truth, Charles is not only redefining his own narrative, but also reshaping public perceptions of the woman he calls his soulmate. It's impossible to discuss Charles and Camilla without addressing the shadow of Diana. Her legacy looms large, and for good reason. Diana was a cultural icon, beloved for her compassion and humanity. Her tragic death in 1997 left an indelible mark on the world, and her story remains intertwined with that of Charles and Camilla. So where does this leave us? Can the public ever fully embrace Camilla as queen consort? Or will the ghosts of the past continue to haunt her? Charles's recent comments suggest that he is willing to confront these questions head-on, even if the answers remain elusive. Interestingly, this newfound openness from Charles has sparked conversations about the future of the monarchy itself. Some royal commentators view his candor as a sign of a more modern, transparent institution. Others see it as a calculated move to bolster Camilla's image and ensure her place in history. Either way, it's a bold departure from the traditionally stoic approach of previous monarchs. As for Camilla, her reaction to Charles's remarks has been characteristically understated. Those close to her describe her as deeply touched by his words, but also keenly aware of the challenges that lie ahead. She understands that public opinion is slow to change, and that her role within the monarchy will continue to be scrutinized. But perhaps the most striking takeaway from Charles's revelations is the sense of closure they bring. For years, the story of Charles and Camilla has been defined by scandal and secrecy. By finally addressing the truth, Charles is reclaiming the narrative and offering a glimpse into the man behind the crown. It's a risky move, to be sure, but one that could ultimately strengthen his reign and solidify his legacy. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Will Charles's heartfelt admission pave the way for greater acceptance of Camilla, or will the ghosts of the past continue to cast their shadow? The answers may surprise us, but one thing is clear: this story is far from over. Stay tuned as we unravel the next chapter in this royal saga.
At 75, King Charles has finally ascended the throne, but a subtle gesture during a recent public event has sparked shocking speculation. Could it be that the man who once fought so hard to be with Camilla now harbors resentment toward her? And what does this revelation mean for the future of the monarchy? Let's uncover the moment that has left royal watchers speechless. The coronation of King Charles III marked a historic milestone. The grandeur of Westminster Abbey, the solemnity of the golden regalia, and the power of the hymns echoing through the ancient halls created a moment steeped in tradition and significance. But behind the glittering spectacle, an unspoken tension seemed to cast a shadow over the day. A tension that reached its peak during an interaction between Charles and Camilla. Observers at a recent public event caught a moment that left royal fans buzzing with questions. During a speech to a group of dignitaries, Camilla, now queen consort, interrupted King Charles mid-sentence. His reaction was immediate, a sharp glance and an audible sigh that betrayed a flash of irritation. For a brief second, the polished veneer of royal composure slipped, revealing a glimpse of underlying frustration. Body language experts were quick to analyze the moment, suggesting it might hint at deeper issues within their relationship. This interaction comes at a time when the monarchy is under intense public scrutiny. Camilla's journey from the other woman in Charles's tumultuous marriage to Diana, Princess of Wales, to her current role as queen consort has been anything but smooth. Despite years of public rehabilitation and carefully orchestrated appearances, lingering resentment from Diana's loyal supporters has never fully faded. Charles himself,